a man of guile. His tale was tragic, despite a smile. His enemies are close behind, seeking their vengeance in kind. He treads the cosmos alone but undaunted, fleeing memories that leave him haunted. Run, 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 Zargram, run your weird little man. Run, 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 Zargram, it's catch as catch can. Run, 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 Zargram, until your final stand. He tied a dragon's tail into a knot, giving its curses very little thought. He stole the horns from a demon, laughing as he fled with good reason. He plucked feathers from an angel, dodging its wrath most unstable. Run, 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 Zargram, run your weird little man. Run, 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 Zargram, it's catch as catch can. Run, 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 Zargram, until your final stand. He humiliated gods in their own halls, mocking them with little wooden dolls. He perplexed the eldritch and uncanny, tricking them into kicking their own fanny. He foiled the plans of liches, leaving his fans in stitches. Run, 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 Zargram, run your weird little man. Run, 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 Zargram, it's catch as catch can. Run, 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 Zargram, until your final stand. He saved the people of the kingdom, angering all the nobles in the region. He stopped the war with a prank, making the queen's wardrobe blank. He does all of this except for one thing. He was too scared for this song to sing. Run, 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 Zargram, run your weird little man. Run, 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 Zargram, it's catch as catch can. Run, 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 Zargram, until your final stand.
Can you hear me? Hello? Hi. Yeah, sorry. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I am Zargram Xanders, Magician Extraordinaire, and I wanted to say hello to everyone, and thank you for returning to my studio. Today, we are going to be doing more of what I call Twitch Plays D&D. It is a high audience participation event where I will narrate. Hey, Yuri, welcome in. Come on in. I'm glad to see that Spiper and Alice Crow have come here today. Oh, I can do a real shout out now. I messed up the shout out before, so before I forget, let me do a real one. Hang on. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. I want to do this one. There we go. Alice Crow, and then a second underscore. Yes. Okay, cool. Anywho, right. So we're going to be doing some Twitch Plays D&D. Now, for those of you who are new or who don't know, here's how this works. It's not the same as core D&D. We've got more people here from the beginning this time. Yeah, that's really encouraging. That actually really makes me feel a bit better about this, because sometimes I start off and it's like no one here. So I'm actually kind of excited. I'm actually pretty excited about this now. Cool. Okay. Anywho, here's the general idea. I will DM something using a very watered down D&D system. It uses a D20, it uses dice and stuff like that, but it's very simplified. And the reason it's simplified is so that it can move smoothly, because the people who make the decisions for the character are you guys. Chat, you guys vote in decision points, and whatever decision you vote on together is what happens in the story, is what your character does at least, or at least tries to do. I'll be your DM, and host, and narrator, and illustrator, and voice actor, and live streamer, and other stuff, and improv maker, and a bunch of other stuff. So I try to do this more frequently. I try to do this every week, but I might need to move this to once a month because it takes a lot out of me to do these. It takes a lot out of me. Like, DMing an ordinary group is actually kind of fine for me. I have one that I do on Saturdays, but doing all of this to try to make it something worth watching, oh, it's a lot. So anyways, without any more ado, let's get to our Twitch Plays D&D set, and I'll show you how this works. No, we're not doing the music just yet. Has the beginning any easier? Well, okay, so doing this, I have to, if I'm going to have my showmanship and actually be worth watching, I have to keep a energetic attitude. But the kicker is that sometimes I try to take my ADD pill late, and to have it so that I'll have energy around this time, and then I find out it digests late anyway, and then it doesn't kick in time for this, so I'm tired anyway. Or other days I just get really depressed around the 3 p.m. Slump that everyone gets, because apparently I'm really heavily affected by that, even if I don't take my meds. Go figure. So, getting all the energy together I need to do this can be kind of a challenge. Hopefully it's just because I don't hydrate very well. Alright, neglect to hydrate. Anyway, so let me explain what you're looking at here. Okay, here's how this works. Let me open this bad boy up. Alright, I'm going to get rid of the NPCs just real quick. There goes Stell, and there goes Akin. Okay, so. Oh, wait, the rolling thing is not up. There it is. Okay, cool. So here's how this works. In the bottom right, you have your character sheet. All of... Yep, there's the face with the dwarven safety, dwarven goggles of protection to protect you from the basics, but we'll get there. We're starting off with the basics for now. Because I don't think Alice has been here for one of these before. So, I have made a very, very simplified and streamlined version of a Roll20 RPG system. It's heavily simplified. All the player, character name, race, class alignment, all that it's fluff. It's flavor text. It doesn't mechanically do much of anything. Level effects, like things that go into all your, I have this open in an Excel spreadsheet so I can broadcast it and edit it at the same time, because making it a PDF would just be annoying. Anyway, and also, I used to be an accountant, so I know how to do spreadsheets. Darkness powers activate! Anyway, so XP is kind of more like a landmark thing. You get every once in a while, or mostly when I remember to add it. Speaking of which, you should probably have about, okay. Actually, I'd say you should have about more there. Anyway, so instead of 6 attributes like you do in an ordinary D&D, you only have 3. You have physical, mental, and spiritual. Only 3. This is way more pruned down. Your health points are, let's see, C12? Your health points take from your physical and your mental. Your stamina points are spent when you do physical actions. Like if you say, okay, we vote to hike up a mountain, you will spend stamina points by hiking up a mountain. If stamina points reach 0, your character will pass out, and then I get to decide what happens to you. Magic points are how you guys will cast spells. Now, if I can't implement a full spell book for this, otherwise we would spend a good hour browsing it, and people would have to vote on every last little spell they want to do, and it would just be chaos. I will say, how magic works in this is pretty simple. At just about every decision point, not all, but most of them, there will be an option to say, cast a spell. What this means is you will be spending MP to try and resolve a situation, or at least interact with the situation in your favor. But you only have so much MP. Combat is very simplified here. It is 1d20 plus your combat skill bonus. And how it works is you roll offensively, they roll defensively. If you get higher, you deal damage. And if they roll offensively, and then you roll defensively, they deal damage to you. Very simple. Skill check. You just roll against the DC. Magic check works just like combat stuff. It's all very simple. That way we can move nice and quickly. Let's see, what else? That's largely it. Now, let me show you what, let's see here. Okay, so you see the D20 that's kind of imposed on the screen? Wait. Oh, no, that's good, okay. That is how we roll. So right now we have an 8 on there from last time. So if I roll, boop, you roll to 17. That counts as your D20 roll, and I roll for you, since that way it's faster. Otherwise, Also, the reason I don't use the dice bot in chat is because I want to make sure that people who watch the VOD can see it too. That's why I'm also, and this is a good segue, I don't use Twitch polls anymore. I use a separate poll thing. That way it'll show up on my OBS, and that way people who watch the VOD back can see what the polls actually were. For example, we shall now do a test poll. Voting in these polls is how you control your character. And yes, the Peepo right here, this is you guys. Peepo is kind of the mascot of Twitch chat on Twitch. So Peepo right here, that's you guys. That's your character. I will try to draw quickly. That's why all the drawings look kind of crummy. What's going on in the story as it happens, but expect stick figures and expect sloppy drawings because I'm doing this live. So I can't take forever to do one little picture, otherwise we would never finish a single session. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes. Okay, we're gonna do a test poll. Pick one of the following. We'll say cats, dogs, birds, reptiles, and fish. Alright, here's a test poll. Starting the poll now. You will see it appear above my head, or behind my head. How this works is as follows. You vote in chat by typing and entering in a number that you wish to vote for. Spiper just did it. He voted for number 4. And yep, see, Alice, you just picked it up. That's how you vote. So, voting in these polls is how we will decide what your character does and when. I go over this every session just to make sure people are all up to speed. And while I'm doing this, I remember I need to explain one last thing. You guys have the ability to restore your health points, stamina points, and magic points, but you will be spending channel points to do it. I need to just turn on the rewards again, because I turn them off when we're not doing D&D, because otherwise people might spend points on them and they're not going to work because we're not playing D&D, so I don't want people to feel cheated out of that. Okay, I just turned them on. Let's, I'm going to exit out of that. Okay. Stream manager, yes please. All right. So it's okay. So the poll is a dead heat between dogs, birds, and reptiles. Now, what we do in situations like this where we have a tie, either I'll extend the time we vote. Usually, I take about 2 minutes for each poll. Either we extend the vote, or if after that nothing has been decided, then I'll just roll a random number between things, and we'll decide that way. So, at 2 minutes, we have a dead heat. I hit finish poll, and it locks the poll. So we would roll a D3. So I'll say I rolled a 1 with a D3. It says in chat. Okay. Yeah. So that would mean that the winner of that poll, since we had to go to a roll-off, would be the first one of the 3. So that would be dogs. Cool. But now you understand how the polls work. Okay. Let's see here. And let me just make sure that the potions are accessible. How the potions work is, if you see... Yeah, there they are. They should be at the top now because they got turned on again. Healing potion restores 1d6 health or HP. Mana potion restores 1d6 MP. And stamina potion restores 1d6 SP. Again, magic MP is used on magic, and SP is used when you do physical stuff. Now, fighting in combat counts as physical stuff, so that will use up stamina. Do not run out of stamina, or you will pass out. You won't die necessarily, but it's not good to pass out. Anywho, are there any questions before we get started? Going once? Going twice? Going thrice? Going tetrice? Okay. Now, I went back and watched the VOD from last time, since it's been quite a while since we did this. And I'm sorry about that, because everything's been conspiring to keep me from doing this. But let's rock and roll. Okay. Turn back. Last time, you guys had delivered the box to Stella, the Arachne Weaver. Can I change my vote with something in another? I'm afraid not, Alice. Once you have voted, you're locked in. I'm afraid there's no changing votes. There might be an option for it. I don't think there is. I'm not seeing one. Users can vote for one option. That doesn't say you can change your vote, so we would just have a bunch of things. So we could end up in another, what's the word? We could end up in another draw all over again. So that might not actually resolve anything. But I'm afraid the answer is no. You're not able to change your vote, so you have to make sure your vote counts. Okay, so where were we? Yes. You had previously, you guys had gone on a journey to deliver a box to the Weaver in this town. You dodged some, you cavorted with some ogres and was able to settle a dispute between him and a nymph in the river. And you dodged some dire foxes, only befriending another one of them while the other one ran away. And you named your new friend Dire Fox Akin, Aquin. And you delivered the box to Stella, who is an arachne, and she is a weaver in this town. Now, inside the box was dragon skin that she would like to make into something, and she has offered to pay you guys to get a special needle that she needs to make stuff out of this dragon skin. But she tells you that this needle is located in a cave filled with basilisks. So, near the end of the last session, what you guys did is you used some money and you traded the Amulet of Fire, I think it was, for a dwarven goggles or goggles of gaze protection. This way, you can look at the basilisks and they can look at you and you're not going to turn to stone. So, that's where we were. Where we are is you saying goodbye to Stella as you show her that you got the there we go, PC and goggles of gaze protection. There it is. As you show her that you got the goggles, and she goes, "Oh, good. Please be sure to be careful in that cave. It has many basilisks, and Death Gaze Cave is not named for nothing. It'll be a very hazardous journey, but I'll pay you well for the needle, because once you retrieve it, I'll be able to boost my business." Now, I'm going to give us a simple decision at the start of this. Okay. What do you do now? Okay, option 1 is ask for more details about why she needs this specific needle and why it's even in a cave. Leave and go to the cave. Get drunk at the pub and pass out. And 4 will be play with Akin. Okay, so first pull of the night is as follows. You can decide to... You vote by typing in the number into chat. So, you can, if you want the lore dump, you can talk to Stella more. If you just want to just go straight to the next objective, you can do that too. If you wanted to go completely off the course of the adventure and just do something else, you can just get drunk at the pub and pass out. If you want to play with your Dire Fox pet, you can do that too. If I ever make an RPG, I want to add in some kind of option to pet the dogs and cats and stuff like that, because I think it's kind of cute. Alright, we have 1 vote for play with Akin, and we have 2 votes for it. Okay. That's cute. Alright. Wait, hang on. There we go. Pet the pet, yes. I guess the Monster Hunter game, there's do something like that. Oh, those are the ones that have those cute little cat people who like help you out with stuff. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like whoa, what the heck just happened? Yes, go here. Okay, I'm gonna give it 1 more minute just to be fair, but it looks like yep. Okay, 2 minutes have passed. Finishing the poll. Boop. you guys have decided to play with your dire fox. Okay, so you leave Stella's house, and you spend some time playing with... Oh, crap. I keep forgetting that's... It was an amulet of health is what it was. Okay. You spend some time playing with Akin, your new pet, and you two are playing in the park. Now, there's an opportunity for you guys to improve your relationship with Akin, because they kind of like you, but you could, in terms of like pet affection, to actually, go further, you might be able to even start, training and domesticating them a bit more. I won't ruin foxes for you guys, though, because in reality, foxes don't smell so great, but we'll just roll this then. So you're going to roll a skill check to see how well you do with improving your relationship with Akin, okay? Look at the little D20 at the top. Oh, I almost forgot one more important thing I forgot to do. Zero out the canvas so it fills up the screen. Yep, there we go, that's what we want. Okay. Alright, we are rolling a skill check in 3, 2, 1. Boop. Ooh. You roll a 4. So 4 plus your skill is 9. So you roll an 11. No. 13. You roll a 13. So you play with Akin, but you're still getting over the fact that it's a dire fox. So that means not only is it bigger, but it's covered in lots of spikes. So you're not quite sure how to go about this well, but you're getting there. It's still early in your relationship with this pet, so, or this, animal companion is what I should really call it. It's not really a pet. Right now it's still pretty much a wild animal, but it's one that likes you. So, do with that what you will. Okay, from there, I am going to make the assumption that you guys decide to go to the cave next. Say something in chat if you don't want me to, or I don't know. Anyway. Now that you've played with Akin, you will head to Deathgaze Cave. Such a lovely, cheery place. Alright, let me just change the scene. I have to do this manually with each layer, because I build these things up bit by bit. Alright. Alright, let me get rid of the houses now. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, now we need one of these. No, not that. There we go. There we go. No, we don't want that. There was an opening. Oh, I have too many layers now and I can't tell what I was doing. Ah! I've lost track of my layers. Oh, there it is. Alright. No, not that. This one. Okay. Pets a hedgehog and forgets the spike. That's funny. Alright, so I'm going to change this thing here. Okay. So you and Akin, not Akia. Why did I say? I was thinking of IKEA. You and Akin, the dire fox, walk a few, several miles out of town to the Deathgaze Cave. As you arrive, you notice that there is diminishingly amounts of life and wildlife near Deathgaze Cave. It seems that the animals of the area like to give this cave a wide berth. So, this cave even has a neglected trail that's... Well, the nearest trail to the cave, or the nearest trail, is actually pretty neglected. So, it stands to reason that the basilisks do not exclusively remain in this cave. And it's possible that these basilisks, there we go, have been here for some time. Because not only is the road badly maintained, but there's no wildlife, and you're getting this creepy vibe, because even the birds don't like being around here. So the forest is disturbingly quiet as you approach this cave. But you get there, and you were half expecting some bandits to be in a relatively abandoned area, but on your way, you couldn't help but notice some moss-covered rocks. To your horror, as you uncovered them, you saw humanoid figures turned to stone under the moss. They looked like rough people with, crude weapons, and you realize there probably were bandits who tried operating here, and they paid the price. You realize now that you're in an area that's relatively dangerous. But you got your trusty dire fox with you. Now, you enter the cave. It's a craggy limestone cave with all kinds of damp, water. In fact, I shall draw the water now. Boop, boop. Let's use something more green and creepy. Yeah, like that. All right, let's find our base layer. No, not that. This one. Okay. So I'm gonna. This is the part that takes the longest time usually for me. All right, we're gonna say. And we're gonna trail it off. There is a stream of sketchy water that leads from within the cave and flows out in this little trickle. As you enter the cave, you notice that there are two paths you can select from, and we're gonna vote on which. And actually, let me back it up. We're actually gonna vote on how you want, how you're gonna approach this cave. Okay. You enter the cave. It is dark, damp, and sketchy. There are two paths to take. One going north and one going east. What do? Okay. Option 1, go north into cave, go east into cave, leave the cave, examine the cave for details. One will be, and I'm gonna give you guys a lot of options for this. Try tracking the basilisks if possible. Lay a trap for the basilisks. And, okay, this is going to be the biggest pull we ever did. So I'm going to just leave it at that. So we're going to do that. So you now have 6 options, which is a new record for us here. And I'm going to move my little guy out of the way. You have 6 options to pick from. They're up on the screen right now. So you guys might even, because we don't have that many people in chat, you guys might even want to discuss how you want to do this. But your decision will matter. So it depends on how you want to approach this. So you can either 1, go north into the cave, 2, go east into the cave, 3, leave the cave, 4, examine the cave for details, 5, try tracking the basilisks if possible, 6, lay a trap for the basilisks. Or sorry, yeah. So we have 2 votes for number 4, which is to examine the cave for details. We have 4 votes for that. That's an overwhelming majority. I don't even know if we have it. By the way, hi Brown Wolf. Good to see you. I didn't notice you come in because we were actually I was busy making the poll. But it's good to see you. I'm glad to see you here. So yeah, we are deciding what to do next, and it looks like you guys have decided already. Do we have anyone else here who's not casted a vote yet? I want to make sure everyone has a chance. I think we're good. I'll try to stay serious this time. I mean, you guys are all playing together as one character. So if you do chaotic, everyone is part of it. But you are making a mini hive mind, kind of like Twitch plays Pokemon, which is still going, by the way. Yeah. Okay, so we've reached 2 minutes, and you guys have elected to examine the cave for details. Okay, I actually like this choice. So we're gonna hide that so I can go back to my normal size. Anyway. Okay. So, you and Akin start looking around the cave and trying to... Oh, whoops, I minimized it, which means it vanished. It's fussy like that. Alright, I'm going to roll a skill check for both you and Akin to find ways to examine the cave and look for evidence and clues and whatever you can find. Here's the roll for you in 3, 2, 1, boop. 11 plus... what does that say? Skill check 9, so 20, a soft 20 for you. Now we shall roll for Akin. Rolling in 3, 2, oh, it's right. Well, no, I'll just roll on screen. 3, 2, 1, boop. Rolling at 10, and he has a plus 5. So the two of you work together, picking up a scent and picking up all kinds of things. Akeen does not like this cave. Akeen seems actually quite scared and seems to be trying to encourage you to leave as well. It doesn't like the look of this cave, and as you examine, you realize there's evidence of other people who walked right into the cave, but there's not many footprints of people leaving the cave, you realize. It then becomes clear to you that had you gone down one of the tunnels, that you may have been ambushed and never left. It's now that you realize that you have a pair of gaze protection goggles, but Akeen doesn't. So, you have realized that in all likelihood, this is the home field for the basilisks, but from your previous observations, you have deduced that it is not improbable that the basilisks may depart from the cave at different times of day. Hence why animals seem to be loath to even come near the cave, and why even the bandits got petrified. So, this is the information you glean from this, that this is a basilisk home turf, and going deeper may not be a great idea. Cave is super sketch. What do? Here is our next poll, because you get out of the cave, go deeper, cast a spell. Here's our next poll, everybody. So you have three options: get out of the cave, 2, cast a spell, 3, 2, go deeper, or 3, cast a spell. What do you do? Oh, did it count your vote? You're right. I don't know if it would count that. Okay, we have one vote. Yeah, I think it has to be just the raw naked number. You can't have anything else on it. Okay, we have 2 votes for casting a spell, and we have 1 vote to just leave the cave. Alright, we're going to leave the poll open just a bit longer to see who decides what. We're still going. We have 2 for cast a spell, and we have 1 for get out of the cave. So, what do you do? Still got time, everybody. Still got about a minute or so left. Let's see here what you decide. It's 1 to get out of the cave, 2 to go deeper, or 3 cast a spell. Vote now if you want to be heard. Going once. Going twice. Wait. What did Alice say? What do you think of a podcast, or technically podcast, but I know what you meant to say, where we as DMs talk about crazy decisions made by our players? Alice, if you do it, I would be honored to come onto your show or podcast or whatever. You came onto my silly little talk show, I'd be happy to come onto one of your shows. By the way, thank you. I really loved you having you on, by the way. That was awesome. So, yeah, hit me up at some time. I'd love to talk collab ideas. I'd be happy to. Anywho, let's check out the poll. We have hit... Yeah, we would both... Yeah, Yuri should come too. Yuri is actually a good friend of mine, and they're also a DM, so we could actually have I could have a lot of people, and we would... yeah, we could definitely do something like that. That'd be a lot of fun to do, Alice. I'd love to. Anywho, we have reached 2 minutes, so finishing the poll. Okay, you have decided to cast a spell. Alright. You realize that it may be a good idea to determine the location of the basilisks. So you're going to cast a detect life spell. It'll let you detect life through walls. But if you ever played Oblivion, where you have like detect life, and it just shows you like a wispy silhouette of them. It doesn't show you any of the terrain. It doesn't show you any of the furniture or whatever the hell, or features inside the room. It just shows you where in space they are, and you just see a silhouette, kind of. It looks magical. So that's the kind of spell you're going to be casting to see, okay, are there like things lying in wait or some shit? So that's what we're going to do. We are rolling your spell check in 3, 2, 1, boop. Alright, that's an 8 plus your magic, so that's 16. So that's a decent score. The roll isn't that great, but you have your knowledge and skills made up for it. Thanks, Tarth. Hey! Oh, it didn't actually work. That's odd. Why not? Alright, hey, Tarth. How odd. That should have worked. Ow! Okay, I'll pause or check and stretch. Jeez. God. Dang it. Alright, so you expended some stamina. I'm posture checking and I'm stretching, okay? And, yeah, by the way, Tarth, fuck you very much for turning me back into a girl. God damn it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Tarth. Yeah. I'll be silent because I'm in pain. Oh. If I could... Suits me better. I'm not even trans, okay? I did the whole thing as like a Shakespearean type of, jest because the whole thing. Tarth, you're making it really hard to feel sorry for you right now. Love you, buddy. Love you and I hate you. I late you. Haha. Anywho, you spent about 9 stamina points getting here, and you're spending about another 8 for this spell. Alright. I will get some water after this, but what I'm going to say is this. You detect a total of 7 basilisks in here, and the 7th one is really, really big. They're all in a room that seems... Ah! Dang it! I should turn off TITS at some point. Anyway, they are all in... Oh, I know. I can show off my new expressions. Tarth, you are the salt of the earth. Unbelievable, Tarth. Unbelievable. Anywho. So you realize that the basilisks are all in a chamber up ahead. And you deduce that the chamber is located between the east and north passage. You realize that both passages would have taken you to the same room. And you realize that it is probably very, very possible that, I salt and soil your pour vinegar on your wounds. Tarth, if you keep this up, I'm going to punish you by making you do math again. Anyway, the basilisks are in a room, and it seems logical that what they do is, when someone approaches one tunnel, they will wrap around and surround you from the other end, and thereby trapping you and tricking you into looking at them, and thereby petrifying you or destroying you. So that's probably why people don't tend to leave this cave, because they have a natural forming ambush here. So, now that you realize what the cave is, now that you realize what the likely shape or general shape of the cave is based on deductive reasoning, I need to go get some water because my soda is gone, and I need to get some actual water because Tarth decided that I need to go do that. Zargram will make you the villain of the campaign. Oh, please. Don't polish Tarth's apples. We all know he loves the attention. Don't worry, Tarth. Also, Tarth and I, he and I are really good friends, so we always are messing with each other, if you don't know. Anyways, I'm going to get some water. I'll be right back. Minimize that. Control C. I need to just... There. Alright. I'm going to, I'll be right back. I'll just give you my mic. I'll be right back. I am back. I got my glass of water. Alright, that was about the only thing I didn't have ready. Okay, now where was I? Okay, so now you have basically figured out, basically roughly deduced what the Basilisk's main plan is. Because it's a cave and because there's a, stream of water, it is likely whichever route you go, one of them will come by and surround you. So, now that you have some idea of what's going on here, we'll have another poll. Okay, basilisks seem to use the cave's shape to ambush intruders. What do? Leave the cave and attempt to form your own ambush outside. Another one will be screw it. Alright, we have a poll now. Here it is. Here's your options are the following. One is leave the cave and attempt to form your own ambush aside. 2, screw it, Leroy Jenkins this bitch. 3, try to lure the basilisks out. What do you want to do? 2 basically means that you're just going to run in and just go, swords a-blazing and damn the consequences. Okay, we have 2 votes for leave the cave and attempt to form your own ambush. We have 3 to just try to lure the basilisks out. And by out, I mean into the room you're already in. So you could basically disarm their entire advantage by forcing them to leave their ambush point. Our fox is susceptible to their powers. You are correct, Sniper. You are absolutely correct. I'm glad someone... I know I kind of said it to you guys, but sometimes players don't pick up on the clues DMs give them. Or sometimes they might forget a clue the DM gives them. So, yes, that is a detail that I was wondering if someone would pay notice or not. Okay, we have another minute or so to go before I close the poll. I like to try to keep this moving if I can. So, 1 is... there's 2 minutes. I'll just give a little bit of a grace period. But 1 is leave the cave and attempt to form your own ambush outside. 2 is screw it, Leroy Jenkins this bitch, and that's just charge in and attack. 3 is try to lure the basilisks out. And people have voted to leave the cave and attempt to form your own ambush outside. Alright. So, realizing that this cave is pretty much fucked, you have decided to leave the cave and attempt to form your own ambush outside. Now, it stands to reason that not all the basilisks might leave the cave all at once. So you estimate that you might be able to get 1 or 2 of them, but you do realize that since there's 7 of them, you might be able to pick some off. So you will you depart the cave, and I'm going to make a little do we need to? I probably don't need me to make this. You depart the cave. I'll just say that you do. Anyway, what happens next is you guys will now start setting up traps around the cave perimeter. So, we need to make several skill checks to set up ambushes. Now, what you decide to do is to use the Team Rocket approach, aka a tiger pit, and to make a bunch of basilisk traps all around that basically are giant holes in the ground, and so on and so forth. So, here's a follow-up question to the previous one. How shall you create your basilisk traps? Use SP and dig them manually. Use MP and dig them magically. Half magic, half elbow grease. If you don't know what that expression means, it means you do it. So elbow grease means sweat. Sweat means physical labor. So, try a different plan. Will be your, Alright, starting poll. Here's what you... Okay, so... You get to decide how you want to go about this trap. You can either, 1, use SP and dig them manually. 2, use MP and dig them magically. 3, half magic, half elbow grease. Or 4, try a different plan. Ure votes magic. What do the rest of you guys vote? We have 2 votes for using magic to make the traps. We have 3 votes for using magic to make the traps. Is there a 4th? Why is it poll Mape bot? Why is there an E at that? I don't know. Anyway. And don't forget, you can use potions to restore your MP and SP, and your HP. You also still have some temporary hit points, so that's good. Earthbend the Trap, yes! Toph was my favorite character in Last Airbender. In the cartoon. I haven't watched the live-action one because, honestly, I think the live-action remake is kind of unnecessary. The cartoon is... I don't know much of that I would need to be changed. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Someone else who agrees. I don't know why it needs a live-action remake. What, is it like, is animation somehow invalid and making it live-action validates it somehow? I don't know. It's just, like, why does it exist? It bugs me. Anyway, okay, we've reached 2 minutes, and it's pretty much unanimous that everyone's decided to, use magic for this. It reminds me of Jackie Chan Adventures with Uncle saying, "Magic must defeat magic!" Anyway, alright. Hide, pull from overlay. So you have decided to use magic to set up your traps. This will save it, this will, make it easier. And I'm going to say that you're going to make about, well, let's say 8 of them. 1 for each, primary and secondary direction on the compass rose. I've yet to hear of a live-action remake that seemed needed. Good question. Oh! The Lord of the Rings trilogy by Peter Jackson. Because the Rankin Bass movies only were 2 movies, and they cut Two Towers in half. There we go. That's a live-action remake that was needed. Oh, heck, we both thought of that. Anywho. Okay. Where was I? Actually, now I'm worried about Tarth, and I feel bad. Oh, okay. I know Tarth and I like to mess with each other, but he's actually kind of going through a lot of stuff right now, so I hope he's feeling better. He's a good guy. He just likes to play pranks and cause trouble. But he's a good guy. Anywho, you will be using magic to create 8 traps. 1 on the north, south, east, west, northwest, southwest, northeast, southeast positions around the place in an attempt to maximize your chances of what's the word? Oh, maximize your chances of catching any number of basilisks in this cave. Now, you do not have max MP right now. May I suggest that one of you uses a magic potion to restore that a little bit? Check your channel point redemptions. It costs 100 points, not bits, points, to consume a mana potion. Ow! That's a... Oh, I must have messed it up because it dropped a green one on me. Okay, Yuri did it. So then we are rolling a d6. So I shall roll a d6. Boop. 1. Ouch. I don't know, guys. I think Yuri's potion only gave you 1 extra mana point. We might need. I think someone needs to back up Yuri. Oh right, there's a timer on it. Ah, shit. Well, okay, we'll be fine. I think. You guys will be spending. It was expired. Shoot. Well, this is the thing with MP is that it doesn't recover as easily as stamina, and yeah. But you'll be spending now. You have a little bit of extra MP to use. So, you know, not nothing. Okay. So now we need to figure out how we want to divide this. What we could do is make 7 traps, all using 3 MP apiece. The more MP you pump into a trap, the more likely it is to succeed. So yeah, we'll say 7 traps with 3 of them. That way, you don't know where their path is, but you'll know that with that many traps, one of them is bound to succeed. So here comes the magic check to make all these traps. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boop! Oh. Maybe Akeen can help you? Oh. They roll an 8 plus 1. Oh. Okay. Alright. Ow, ow, ow. That hurts. You have used the last of your MP. And you have made 7 traps. With a quality, with your magic check being 8 plus 3, 11. Not bad. Very painfully average. These basilisks will have to do a pretty bad job of skulking around. But, you know, let's see how they roll. Okay, so here's what happens. You make 7 traps, expending the last of your MP, and you and Akeen climb into a tree for the night and hide. Because, to your knowledge, basilisks are kind of big, heavy, lizard-like creatures. So, odds are good that they might not want to climb a tree if they don't have to. They're not like leopards. So, you guys climb a tree, and you're hiding there. We shall now roll your stealth check, or we're going to roll a skill check for hiding. That's right, I'm used to ordinary D&D. So here comes your stealth check. 10, plus skill of 9, 19. You do a great job of hiding from the basilisks. And you wait until night. At nightfall, you know, I wonder, how necessary are the drawings anyway? I'll have to pull you guys out about that after this deck. Anyway, at nightfall, the basilisks start to emerge from the cave. Let's see how many of them emerge. I'm going to roll a d7. Roll 1d7. 4 of them emerge, leaving only 3 in the cave. Now, the DC of your traps are 3 plus your check. So you rolled 11 plus 3. They have to roll a 14 or higher to not fall into the traps. It's not the best it could be, but it's not nothing. It's not nothing. Alright, guys. I'm going to roll with a physical D20 in my hand for each of the 4 basilisks. If they roll under 14, they get caught. If not, they don't. So here we go. First roll. 16. One of them is safe. 4. You have caught a basilisk in one of your 7 traps. 6 remain. So there's 2 basilisks left. 15. One almost gets stuck but dodges out of the way. Last one, 9. You have caught 2 basilisks. Now, that is them leaving the cave to go hunting for the night. Not all monsters have great memory. I don't think basilisks do either. So, on the return trip, they have to not fall into the trap. So the last 2 have a second chance to fail. 17? Nope. 4. You have caught 3 of the 7 basilisks in the traps. Congratulations. Daytime comes, and you notice something strange. Burst. You know, I should probably draw this. Okay. The drawing consumes a lot of time and it ruins my pacing, but I need to do something. I can't be this lazy. Alright, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Alright, let's get rid of the vignette. Now, where did I put those trees? There it is. Alright, you're outside of the cave. And you and Akeen are still in the, up in a tree. Ah, crud. I have to change this again. Boop, boop, boop. There he goes. So, I'm going to draw a picture of a basilisk, but you notice something during the day. These aren't ordinary basilisks that seem to be emerging from the cave. Because now that there's daylight, they look a lot different than you anticipated. Now, please forgive my bad drawing, because I am rushing this, and I'm drawing with a mouse. Okay. That'll be the body of the... Wait. Yeah. You notice something about these basilisks, because when the sun rises and the basilisks, the 3 basilisks are in the traps, with the exception of one that made it back in the cave, they burst into freaking flames. As daylight hits them. Oh, that looks terrible. I'll just do... Alright. They burst into freaking flames as the sunlight hits them. And they too cute to kill. Oh, come on! The ones in the holes burst into flames and they perish. There are only 4 basilisks left, but you realize that these are no ordinary basilisks. These are abyssal basilisks. These are ones that are infernal and evil. Look kind of sad. God dang it. God dang it. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do, so that you don't feel bad for them. Because why is it every time I throw a monster or anything, or even an animal in front of the party, they always want to make friends with it? Okay. Here. Now they have glowing red eyes. There. Now, ha. Come on, guys! Ugh. God dang it. Okay. 4 of the basilisks have perished. Sorry. 3... Yes. 3 of them perished in the sunlight. What do you do now? Okay. I'm going to make a poll for this. 4 abyssal basilisks remain. What do? Wait another night and see if the remaining ones are dumb enough to fall for the new traps. Go in and fight them. Build a fire to smoke them out of the cave. Let's see here. Try to use magic to cause a cave-in. Yeah, cause a cave-in. Alright. There are your options, chat. There are your options. But these things wanted to kill you. They're merciless killers. Okay. 4 abyssal basilisks remain. Bring forth the sun. I need to make something look especially gross and evil if I want to keep chat from trying to make it into a friend. Okay, that's the lesson I'm taking from this. Is that if I want people to not feel bad about a monster they're killing, I need to make it look evil. Like, really evil. Like, stepping on a puppy evil. We have 1 vote for wait another night to see if the remaining ones are dumb enough to fall for the same traps. I was meant to say the same traps. 3 is build a fire to smoke them out of the cave. And 4 is try to use magic to cause a cave-in. Or go the opposite approach and make it even cuter. Guys, if you better not get art with me with a pet basilisk or something like that, I swear. Ugh. I don't know what I'll do if you do that. Anywho, I don't know where I would keep a pet basilisk anyway in my castle. I don't know. My dungeon, maybe? How do you take care of a pet basilisk? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway. Evil monsters are cute. Okay. I don't understand, but okay. Build a fire to smoke them out of the cave. Alright. So, you and Akin, Akin the Dire Fox, you have decided to get out of the thing and go build a fire to smoke them out of the cave. I'll try building a fire now. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, now we need just a, boom, so we'll make little sticks here. Like a sort of, bonfire. Now we'll add the red. Actually, while I'm doing this, I gotta ask you guys, does the, drawings do anything for you guys, or do you think we would be fine just doing Theater of the Mind? Because it does take a bit of time for me to do the drawings, and they're not even that good of drawings. And I don't really want to do AI for a lot of my backgrounds and stuff like that, because I feel like that exploits, a lot of artists hate that because it uses a lot of their stuff without permission. And I don't know, I don't want to cause any harm to anybody. So I don't think I want to do that option. So you think Theater of the Mind could be by the front door so you can keep getting new statues for your castle entrance? Okay, you know what? If you guys get art of me with a pet basilisk, I'll add it to the set. Deal? Okay. If someone gets art of me with a pet basilisk, I'll add one and put it on the main set. But you got it. But it's that one's on you guys to do. Anyway. Oh no. I need to read up on what to do with a pet basilisk. God dang it. Okay. Where am I going to do with all the poop? Okay. Anyway, back to the story. You build a bonfire in front of the cave. It's a big bonfire. And we're going to roll to see how good of a job you do, because I'm actually curious now. Rolling. Boop. Oh, crap! 18 plus 9 for your skill check. You build a damn big bonfire in front of the cave. You actually cut down a tree or two and make it a giant, funeral pyre in front of the cave. You get 5. Each one licks over your face. I'm gonna need to get a body enchantment. Those are so expensive. Oh man, what am I gonna do? Okay. You build a giant-ass fire in front of the cave. And this thing is just absolutely freaking huge. It's so huge that it's painful being anywhere near this thing. So, okay. You guys don't even want to actually be there. So you guys go back into the tree and let the properties of the giant bonfire draw air from within the cave and try to suffocate the basilisks or smoke them out. Whichever comes first. So, I am now going to roll to see how well you hide back in the tree. Ready? 3, 2, 1, boop. Ah! Natural 1! Oh man, I'm going to roll to see severity, how bad of a natural 1 it is, because I don't want to... Okay. 8. Okay, it's not that big a deal. Okay. You fall out of the tree as you try to climb into it. You lose some hit points for doing that. You have lost your temporary hit points because you landed on your head. So all your temporary hit points, gone. But it's a good thing you had them, because you landed on your freaking head. But you get back in, and now you'll try again to hide in a tree. 11. Okay. So plus 9, soft 20, again. We're fine. Alright. Okay, what am I going to do? Okay. So, now I roll to see how do the basilisks resist the fire. So we're gonna roll. I'm gonna roll intelligence checks to see if they can figure out what to do about the smoke and stuff like that. So first rolls. We have 4 rolls. One gets an 18. 4. 17. 17. One of them stays behind, and yeah, it suffocates to death. I rolled 3 of them. I need to roll a 4th. 2. 2 of them stay behind, and 2 of them run out. The 2 that stay behind, they suffocate to death. So now you have 2 basilisks. But much to your surprise, the 2 that ran out, one is an ordinary basilisk. And where's that bonfire? There it is. One is an ordinary one, but one of them is a greater abyssal basilisk. And let's add a overlay onto that thing. No, I don't want it like that. I want it like this. Okay. So it's it's bigger, it's scarier, it's meaner, and it's usually they have oxygen masks and fire extinguishers. Well, you made like a funeral pyre worth of thing. You made something big, and you got it going. So that's a big chain reaction to stop. But now you have 2 basilisks, one greater, one lesser, and they're both abyssal ones. And now they're gonna look around because they can't help but look around. 16 plus 3, 19, doesn't make it. And 2, they do not see you. They start fleeing from the cave. And guess what? Wait, it's daytime when you did this. Oh, they gotta resist the sunlight. 18, the greater one's fine. The lesser one is taking damage. They don't like being in the sunlight. You realize that the sunlight starts turning them to stone. But they're unstable and they start disintegrating. And they realize they start trying to run for cover. Any cover, anywhere to get out of the sun. And hey, would you look at that? There's a bunch of shady holes nearby. So I'm gonna roll to see if they're smart enough to stay out of. Oh no, sorry. The holes from the trip traps are 4 of them. That means there's like 3 of them left. I will see if they fall into any of the new ones. 5 and 6. As the basilisks are fleeing the flames, the sunlight, and the cave, they fall into some of your unused traps. You have killed the basilisks with cheap tactics. Congratulations. All 7 of the abyssal basilisks died because they did not have a proper fire evacuation plan. Or they were in such a panic that they ran into your traps. You won. Congratulations. It's not the most glamorous way to defeat them, but it worked. So, congrats on that. The fire takes all day to burn down. By then, the cave is very much out of air. It takes a whole other day of waiting. We won, but at what cost? The cost of a tree and a lot of time and a lot of digging. But basilisks are dangerous, but they're not that smart. Well, the greater one was supposed to be, but it derped because it was so panicked by the sunlight because it's a demon, basically, kind of. Anyway, the cave takes a while to reventilate, and eventually it does. It's been 2 days. It's been the day where you built the thing. It's been it took all night for the damn thing to burn, and it took another day for it to reventilate, for all the smoke to get out. Now, 2 days later, it's safe to go in. And go in you do. Alright, I gotta get rid of these trees. Boom, boom, boom. No, I always fall for that every time. One of you, and where's the entrance thing? No. It's gonna be around just somewhere. Oh, there it is. You and, what's his face? Akin. It's written right on him. What am I doing? Okay. You and Akin, whoops. Actually, you don't need your goggles of gaze protection right now. So you take them off and put them in your pack. You and Akin re-enter the cave. It smells bad in here. It smells like smoke, charcoal, burnt stuff, It smells horrible, and everything is blackened by all the smoke and soot that came from the... Yeah, but Alice, it probably would have been attacking all the people you passed in town. You wouldn't be able to take it anywhere. Okay. So now this place is all sooty. Whatever. This place is all nasty. But you now have to find the needle in the blackened cave. This will be difficult, but now we will have a decision about how you wish to proceed. Fine. How do you find a single needle in an entire cave that is now covered in soot, ash, smoke, or deposited smoke, and such? Look for it manually, cast a spell, composite option of manual, search, and spell, give up and go home. You have 4 options to choose from. Let's see if it worked. Alright. You have 4 options to pick from. Okay. We have 1 vote to cast a spell. We have 2 votes to cast a spell. 3 votes. Anyone got a magnet? Oh, Spiper, you magnificent bastard, yes. That is how you find a needle in a haystack. You get a magnet. Yep. Okay, we were 1 minute down. Do we have any other votes that wish to come in? 2. We have 4 votes for cast a spell. Well, I don't see anyone else who's going to be here, so I think we'll be good for now. Why is this so exhausting? I'm barely doing anything, I think. Okay, we're almost at 2 minutes, I think. Come on, it's almost there. Alright. How does this get me so tired? I don't get it. Anyway, we're almost there. 2 minutes. Alright. You have decided to cast a spell to help you find the, Finish poll, please. Yes, thank you. Okay. You have decided to cast a spell. Here comes your magic check. Ready? Wait! Oh! I forgot. It's been over a day, so you would get your, stamina and your magic points back. My apologies. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna roll your magic check in 3, 2, 1. Boop. Oh. Ah. Okay. Well, that'll work. Because you are now so close to victory, you cast a spell, a very powerful one, for 18 mana points, which is locate desired object. Basically locate object, but it's targeted. You are now trying to find the needle. The spell reveals to you that the needle is not in the cave anymore. It is in one of the traps, and it is where the greater basilisk died. The needle was inside the greater basilisk all along. So, you go out of the cave, you climb down to the hole, you pick up the needle from the remains or the charred, ashy remains of the basilisk that died in the sunlight, and you depart with the needle, which is now covered in all kinds of, well, no. Actually, the entrails and goo would also be burnt too, because it's still part of the basilisk. Yes, okay. Anyway. You have recovered the needle. You return... Oh, wait. Nah, it's an unimportant choice to say. Do you return to town? Of course you do. I mean, why wouldn't you? Alright. That one comes back. That one comes back. We put the trees back up. Now we need to get rid of the cave door and the vignette effect. Boom. Wait. No, we don't. I am wrong. We need the town. Wait, that might not be the right town. That might be a... Did I don't know what I'm... Hang on a second. Did I mess up? Well, either way... Maybe I'm overthinking. I'll just pull those houses back. No one will care. Alright. You go back to town. And you meet with Stella. You deliver the needle to her. She says, "It's all blackened. What did you do?" You explain exactly what you did. And she says, "Wow, I'm surprised no one else thought of that. Actually, wait. What about... Okay, that's odd." But you deliver her the needle, she doesn't ask questions, and she pays you a bag full of gold coins. You count it up, she has paid you 100 gold coins. So you have made a fair bit of money, because in this place, copper and silver is a lot more common than gold. So you get a whole fat sack of it, and she begins to work making the dragon leather. Now, you have the opportunity to spend your money. Stella bids you good farewell and thanks you for your services. And she gets to work making some stuff out of dragon skin for some client. You guys now have a choice of how you wish to celebrate. Quest complete. How, what do? Go to the pub, get drunk, and party. Let's see here, take a nap at the inn, play with Akeen more, run around town naked, screaming, and showing off the cash to everyone. Alright. You now have 4 options to see what do you do with the last bit. You've gotten paid, you got a whole bunch of money. So 1 is to go to the pub, get drunk, and party! The real treasure was the basilisk friend we almost made along the way. I don't know what I'm going to do about a basilisk in my castle, my god. Take a nap at the inn is number 2. 3 is play with Akeen more, and 4 is run around town naked, screaming, and showing off the cash to everyone. You know, it's weird that I kind of overestimated how long that would take. But we completed it early. Huh. Usually this is supposed to be like a 2 to 3 hour stream, and we've done it within an hour. Well, okay. We have 3 votes for play with Akeen more. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't you guys want to do more, what's the word? More, continuity-based, adventures and stuff? So that way it's continuing adventures over and over again? Or, sorry, not over and over again. It's that we don't start from 1 every time. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. Actually, rolling to play with it. Continuity can be fun. Alright, you got it. Where's the poll thing? There's the poll. Alright, so 2 minutes, boom. We have 3 votes for play with Akeen more. Okay, rolling in 3, 2, 1, boop. You play with Akeen, and now you're starting to trust each other more. Your bond with Akeen has grown. It's pretty soon. If you keep this up, he might even trust you to take orders from you. Okay. So you spend the rest of your free time doing that, and then good to start fresh occasionally. So a mix is preferred here. Well, then actually, I know we just I almost wonder. Okay. 1. Should Akeen the Dire Fox be a recurring character? Yes or no? I'm not going to make another poll because we just did one. But should Akeem be a recurring character that carries over between resets? Yuri says yes. Well, technically they say why, but that means yes in this context. Do you guys want Akeem the Dire Fox to be a recurring character between streams? Between resets? Yes, is what I mean. Between resets. So that even if you restart from a new adventure, you still have Akeem. That's 2 yeses. I'm not hearing a no. Okay. Akeem, I'll have to get some better art of Akeem then. I need something that looks better than my stupid little squiggly drawing. I wonder what I can do for that. But we'll have to get a better doll, as it were, for Akeem, the Dire Fox. All right. Okay. It's kind of what I had planned for tonight, and we did it a lot faster than I thought we would. Lust, look at them. Just look at them. They is perfect. That's cute. Okay, so you have lots of money, and you have completed your quest. Now, here's another thing. Here's something I actually am going to call a poll on. So, Akeem will be a permanent fixture of this. You also leveled up. So that goes back down to 0. And these go up to 6, 5, and 5. Nice. Alright. So, you leveled up. Now, here's the question that I have for you guys next. This is the one you gotta decide. For next time, what do we do? Option 1 is start a new adventure / story. Continue this one. Don't worry. Akeem the Fox remain your animal companion. I'll put that in parentheses. Sorry. And then we want... Boom. Yes. Start poll. Oh, okay. So, this is what we're going to be voting for next time, guys. Adventure to Pet Collector. You want to be a Pokemon trainer. I get it. Alright, so continue this one. We have 1 vote for continue this one. We have 2 for this one. This will be for next... Wait. What's next week? I need to check the calendar for next week. I should say next time. Next week, I am probably not going to be able to stream on Thursday because I will be leaving out of state, to go to a memorial service for a late family member. So we're not going to be able to do Twitch Plays D&D next week, unfortunately. But I'll have the VOD, and I can refer back to it. We have 2... Okay, so people want to continue this one. Alright. Okay. That works. I'll give it a 2-minute runtime, just like I do with everything else. Thank you, Spiper. I really appreciate that. It's for my late grandfather. He wasn't just a family member. He was a friend. He was a real stand-up guy. But I won't bring you guys down with all that. It'll be good to reconnect with my family members too. Anywho, it looks like people are voting for option 2. They want to continue this continuity. Now, remember that Akeem is going to become a permanent fixture, so they'll be like your starter Pokemon. Oh, no, we can't do Pokemon that's copyrighted. Dang. Okay, so we basically have a decision to do, continue this one. So, the next time we do... Thank you very much, Alice. I really appreciate it. The next time we do Twitch Plays D&D, we'll continue this story, and we will have... and Akeem is now a permanent member of the group. You know, the party join theme from Paper Mario. Love that game. Anyway, yeah. Okay, sounds like we got a plan. I've been kind of tired all day, so actually maybe it's a good thing that I ran out of stuff sooner. Here, let me go back to the studio and transition. Boom, boom, and boop. All right. So now I can save some frames by doing this. So next week I am planning on. I might be able to stream just once on Tuesday at my regular time for to try and get through Oblivion, because I really want to play Deltarune chapters 3 and 4. I'm really excited to play that, so I really want to finish up Oblivion. Yeah. Also, the scuff of Oblivion is starting to outweigh the fancy graphics for me, because anyway. So yeah, that's my plan for next week. But this is the last stream I'll be doing this week. So next week on Tuesday, I should be doing more of that. Let's find someone to raid, okay? Let's see here. Who do I know, or who could use a raid? So following. Let's see if anyone I know is on right now. Oh, Mugamashak is on. Okay. Let's raid Moo. Let's go raid Moo. All right. We're gonna raid Moo. Yes, okay, so we're going to be heading out, and I want to say thank you to everyone who came by. I really appreciate that you guys chose to spend your night with me, or at least, just an hour and a half. It wasn't very long, but I have fun running, even though it takes a lot of energy on my part. And I'm really happy that you guys came here, and that we actually got a pretty active session this time. I'm actually really thankful for that. It was really funny. Oh, well, thank you very much. Thanks, everybody. Now, we're going to raid Mugama in just a bit, so I'm going to start the raid in 3, 2, 1. That should start it. And, okay. So yeah, I will see you guys on Tuesday of next week. Well, I might see you. We're gonna have to see what happens. But keep watching my Blue Sky or my Discord, and I do still have a Twitter, which I kind of have to as a VTuber, because otherwise no one's gonna know what I'm doing. So anyway, we have 6 voters, 6 people ready to go. Let's go. We're rating in 3, 2, 1. Bye bye, everybody.